Good evening from the National Weather Service in Slidell, Louisiana. Here is the weekly weather briefing for the week of June 14, 2021, for the next 7 days. Situation overview. Typical summertime pattern throughout the weekdays, with heat index values in the 103 to 106 range in the afternoons. Scattered afternoon and evening thunderstorms expected throughout the week. The Pearl River will remain near or above flood stage until further notice due to heavy rainfall that fell over central Mississippi last week. We are watching a low pressure system over the southwestern Gulf. There is an increasing threat for very heavy rainfall by the weekend, depending on the development and track of the disturbance that is currently in the southwestern Gulf. Here is a 7-day threat outlook. Primarily looking at a summertime pattern throughout the work week, with some severe thunderstorms possible Sunday and Monday, with heat index values in the 105 to 106 range. As we work our way into Tuesday through the remainder of the week, we'll continue to have warm sunny days with temperatures in the low to mid 90s, with heat index values around 100 to 105 from Tuesday through the end of the week. As we work our way closer to the weekend, scattered to numerous thunderstorms are possible with locally heavy rainfall, especially depending on the track of the system as we work our way into next week. As the time approaches, we will regather information on this. Here's a tropical weather outlook. As you can see, southwestern Gulf there in the Bay of Campeche there, we have an area of disturbance. And there is a 50% chance of tropical development from an area of low pressure there over the next 5 days. Here are the two river points that we have in flood right now. The Pearl River near Bogalusa, as you can see, it's going to drop briefly for a couple of days there, just at or below flood stage. The same will follow suit as we work our way down the Pearl River near Pearl River. However, that will regain and go above flood stage as we work our way towards the latter part of this week. Here is the rainfall forecast for the next 7 days. This is subject to change due to the track of the tropical system in the Gulf. Amounts could be much higher or lower, depending on. We will revisit this as we work our way through the middle and latter parts of the week. We will have updates. 3 to 5 inches right now expected south of I-10, including the New Orleans area, and that includes from today all the way through Saturday. 1 to 2 inches north of I-10, and we're looking at maybe 5 to 7 inches along the Louisiana coast. Here's the average max heat index throughout the next 5 to 7 days. As you can see in our area, we're looking at mainly around 100 to 105. Expect tomorrow and Tuesday could be, could have some values up in the 106 to 108 range, but for the most part this week we're looking at an average of around 103 to 105 on the heat index values for the afternoon highs. Here is the 6 to 10 day temperature outlook. As you can see, we are looking at pretty much a normal summer pattern. Temperatures are running about average to maybe a little bit above average a couple of days this week, but overall, as we work our way into next week, the temperatures will continue to be around normal. Taking a look at the 6 to 10 day rainfall, we have an area of a bullseye here between Houston and all the way over to the Florida Panhandle, which would pretty much include our area for a 50% chance of being above normal on the precip there. And taking a look at the rest of the temperatures for the 8 to 14 day outlook, continue to be the middle part of the country and parts of the southeast coast and the Midwest, including our area, to be around normal. The rainfall outlook for the 8 to 14 days, it looks like we are looking at a good 50% chance, 40 to 50 of being above normal again for that period. Again, here are the summary of impacts. Typical summertime pattern throughout the weekdays, with heat index values of the 103 to 106 range in the afternoons. Scattered afternoon and evening thunderstorms throughout the week. The Pearl River remains in flood until further notice due to heavy rainfall that fell over central Mississippi last week. However, we do expect it will dip below flood for just a couple of days this week, but overall averaging out to remaining above flood stage throughout most of the forecast period. The biggest game in town here, we're watching an area of low pressure that is sitting over the southwest Gulf. There is an increasing threat for heavy rainfall by next weekend, depending on development and track of the disturbance in the southwest Gulf. We will continue to monitor and revisit this situation as we move along farther and farther into the week. This concludes your weekly briefing for the second week of June. Have a good evening.
As far as our 7-day forecast goes across the region, generally looking at some warmer temperatures coming in because we're going to start to see a little more of that sun in the sky, even though there's going to be the rain around, for at least the next few days. A little bit of sun coming through is going to allow those temperatures to get a little more what we would call seasonal or closer to normal, say in the upper 80s, maybe even possibly pushing 90 in a few areas, especially later in the week. But generally that trend, like I said, the high rain chances through about Tuesday, maybe Wednesday, and then dropping off quite a bit for the latter part of the week. Thank you very much for tuning in, and have a great upcoming week. Remember to follow us on our Twitter and Facebook pages, and also our webpage.